What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Prime Sports World and another edition of Roundin the Bases. Here I am, your host, Israel Rivera, and I am glad to have you guys back again for another edition of Baseball, baby. And we have a doozy here today for you. It'll be a quick show, home run derby special, starting actually right now. And the All-Star Game preview for tomorrow night's 93rd Midsummer Classic, ladies and gentlemen. But before we start the show, please like, share, and subscribe to the podcast here at Prime Sports World on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and you can follow me and David at David_PSW on Twitter and Izzy_PSW on Twitter as well. Those are our handles, so you can catch us on there. And in case you missed this live feed, you can catch us on all streaming platforms where podcasts can be heard. That is Apple Podcasts, Samsung Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Spotify, ladies and gentlemen. And we are up there in the viewers. What is going on? All my viewers here, 28, 29 and counting. What is going on, everybody? But anyways, let me get into it here for you guys, ladies and gentlemen here. Yes, 93rd All-Star Game weekend. I know they had the celebrity game yesterday, and then they have the home run derby today. But here are your derby participants here, ladies and gentlemen. We have first participant is Luis Robert here from the Chicago White Sox. My guy Luis Robert's got 26 home runs. Now, we all know Shohei is leading the American League in home runs. But my guy Luis Robert, first-time All-Star, has been on a tear so far. He is the number one overall seed here in the tournament. And then he's going against the number 8 seed in Adley Rutschman from the Orioles here. He's got 12 home runs on the season. Had a stellar rookie season last year. Now he's a first-time All-Star here. Adley Rutschman going up against Luis Robert here in the first round. And then we have the Polar Bear, Pete Alonso here with 26 home runs as well on the season. He's the number 2 seed, your 2-time champion. Would have been a 3-time champion had it been not for Julio Rodriguez. Historic round last year where Julio Rodriguez had like 30-plus home runs, I believe. 31 home runs, I believe, in the semifinal round. Julio Rodriguez, and I believe he has to face Julio Rodriguez the first round at the 7th seed. So watch out for that. And that's Julio Rodriguez, 13 total home runs. This is a well anticipated matchup. I mean, from last year, we get this in the first round. This is going to be excellent, ladies and gentlemen. The number 3 seed here, Mookie Betts from the Dodgers, got 26 home runs as well. 23 when the seeds were set, but he's got 26 home runs on the season. This will be his home run derby debut for Mookie Betts. And if there's anybody that has a short, compact swing that just get it out the park, it's Mookie Betts. He's been an all-star for the last 7 consecutive seasons. So, Mookie Betts on pace for his first career 40 home run season. He's going up against Vlad Guerrero Jr., who's entering his second home run derby. Came up short against Pete Alonso in his rookie season in 2019. Lost by 1 home run in the finals. But it was electrifying home run derby that year. So Vlad Guerrero going up against my guy Mookie Betts from the Dodgers. And then the last matchup in the first round matchups, we have Adolis Garcia from the Texas Rangers with 23 home runs here on the season. He's entering the contest again for the first time. He'll be the Rangers' third represented in the last 3 derbies after Corey Seager and Joey Gallo in 2022 and 2021. And he will be going against Randy Arozarena for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, or the Tampa Bay Rays, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, with 16 total home runs. He is the 3rd Rays player in franchise history, first since Carlos Pena in 2009 to partake in the home run derby. The first was Evan Longoria in 2008, ladies and gentlemen. And that is the participants. That is the participants here for the home run derby. Yes, Jeffrey, the home run derby has started. I'm not watching it, so I'm just going to go in blind with my predictions here for the first round. So first round, first round, and these are the derby rules. So 3 rounds, single elimination. Obviously, in the final round, every round, first 2 rounds are 3 minutes plus bonus time, which the bonus time is 30 seconds to hit as many home runs as you can. Whoever wins in each matchup moves on. Whoever has the most home runs in each round moves on. And the finals is actually 2 minutes. So it's a shorter clock time. So it's 2 minutes with bonus time, automatic 30-second bonus time. And then I believe you get an added 30 seconds for every 2 455-foot home runs that you hit in the derby, ladies and gentlemen. So, lots of action packed here in the first 2 rounds. Julio Rodriguez, Pete Alonso, to say the least. And then most home runs after each round, like I said, advances. And then there's a 45-second time that is granted to each batter at any time during their regular time, but they cannot take it during the bonus time. And I believe if there's a tiebreaker in the end, I believe they give them 1 minute to hit as many home runs as they can. And I believe they have the pink balls, the pink or the gold balls that they do. I think it's like 50 every time they hit a home run. It's like $50,000 to a charity for the MLB. So that's a good thing that the MLB does. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Derby rules. I know the Derby probably started already. So, you know what? First round matchup, I'm just going to go with it. Luis Robert versus Adley Rutschman. I'm going Luis Robert. He's been on a tear this year. That swing has been pretty for the White Sox, even though the White Sox have been pretty. I do like Luis Robert to move on in that first round matchup. And then 2 at number 7. This one's going to be electric. I'm actually going to go the polar bear. I'm actually going to go Pete Alonso. He's going for the 3. He's going for the 3 out of 4 because I know 2020 they did not have a home run derby. So, yeah, I'm going with Pete Alonso to win that rematch with Julio Rodriguez. And then 3 through 6, this one's going to be probably one of my outside of Pete Alonso and Julio Rodriguez. This is actually one of my favorite ones right here. We got Mookie Betts going up against Vlad Guerrero Jr. Man, I'm actually going to go Vlad on this one. I think Vlad's swing is perfect for the home run derby. He came close his rookie season. Junior's got a nice compact swing, but so does Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts can get it out of there as well. I mean, he's not going to wow you with long home runs, but I think Mookie Betts will get you out with the short home runs. But I'm going with Vlad Guerrero Jr. To move on to the next round. And then 4 through 5, we got Adolis Garcia versus Randy Arozarena. I'm actually going to go Randy Arozarena. Even though I like, his swing is a little long, I'm actually going to go Randy Arozarena. He's a guy, he's a primetime kind of guy. He's a guy that likes the lights. We saw it in the World Baseball Classic. Give me Randy Arozarena to move on to the next round in the home run derby. And then I believe that moves us on to the second round, which will have us with Luis Robert going up against, I believe, Vlad Guerrero Jr., and it'd be Pete Alonso going up against Randy Arozarena, if I'm not mistaken. With that being said, and I just want to make sure I'm right on that one, because I might be wrong that might be that's the okay, yeah. So it'd be Randy Arozarena going up against Luis Robert and Pete Alonso going up against Vlad Guerrero Jr. So in the semifinals, I'm actually going to have Randy Arozarena move on to the finals, and we got another rematch between Pete Alonso and Vlad Guerrero Jr. I'm actually going to go Pete Alonso to win that rematch again against Vlad Guerrero Jr. I know he's looking forward to it, but we got a couple good ones. I think on that side of the bracket, we're going to have some real fireworks, especially with Pete Alonso, Julio Rodriguez, Mookie Betts, and Vlad Guerrero Jr. And then in the finals, we have it set. Randy Arozarena going up against Pete Alonso for the Home Run Derby Championship here in 2023. I'm actually going to go with the Polar Bear, Pete Alonso, to win his third Home Run Derby. I don't see anybody else. He's going to get rid of the main competition in Vlad Jr. and Julio Rodriguez already. Going up against Randy Arozarena. Pete's already been here. He knows, what to bring to the table when it comes down to the finals of the Home Run Derby. He's won 2 of them already. So I think he goes and gets this third Home Run Derby here, and I think he bows out after this. I don't think Pete Alonso needs to participate in another Home Run Derby after this. After he wins after he wins his third one, he was going for the 3-peat last time. So yeah, I'm going Pete Alonso to win his third Home Run Derby, ladies and gentlemen. Mark it here. I know the Derby's already started. I might be wrong, but let me know who you guys got winning the Home Run Derby this year in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. And then moving on to the All-Star game tomorrow night. It's the 93rd Major League Baseball All-Star game, ladies and gentlemen. It's hosted in T-Mobile Park there in Seattle, Washington. Obviously, AL versus NL. This is going to be a good one this year. Let me read off the rosters here on the American League side. So the elected starters here, we got Jonah Heim, catcher from Texas. First baseman, Yandy Diaz, having a great year for the Tampa Bay Rays. Second baseman, Marcus Semien from the Texas Rangers. Josh Jung from the Texas Rangers. Corey Seager from the Texas Rangers. We damn near have all of the Texas Rangers here as elected starters for the All-Star game. Mike Trout, Randy Arozarena, Aaron Judge in the outfield, and then Shohei Ohtani as a DH. And then we got our reserves. We have Salvador Perez, Adley Rutschman at the catcher position. Infielders are Vlad Guerrero Jr., Whit Merrifield from Toronto, Bo Bichetti from Toronto, Jose Ramirez from Cleveland, and Wander Franco from Tampa Bay, who I believe was named as a replacement. And then in the outfield, we got Luis Robert, Austin Hayes from Baltimore, Yordan Alvarez from Houston, who I believe is not going to play. Mike Trout is not going to play, and Aaron Judge is not going to play in this game. And then you have Adolis Garcia from Texas, Kyle Tucker from the Houston Astros, who's been named as a replacement, Julio Rodriguez named as a replacement, and Brent Rooker from the Oakland A's, which is the only bright spot in the Oakland A's this season to make the All-Star game, ladies and gentlemen. And then our relievers, we have, and then our pitchers, we have, Shohei is probably gonna bat and pitch. Garrett Cole, who's been named a starter for the American League. Luis Castillo out of Seattle. Sonny Gray out of Minnesota. Nathan Eovaldi out of Texas. Kevin Gausman out of Toronto. Shane McClanahan out of Tampa Bay. Framber Valdez from the Astros. Michael Lorenzen from the Detroit Tigers. George Kirby out of the Seattle Mariners. Pablo Lopez, Minnesota Twins. And Jordan Romano out of the Toronto Blue Jays. Those are your starter. Those are your pitchers here for the All-Star game on the American League side. And then your relievers, you have Kenley Jansen, Red Sox. Emmanuel Clase from the Guardians. Felix Bautista, Baltimore. Yenier Cano from Baltimore. And Carlos Estevez from the Angels, who was named as a replacement there. So that is your American League roster there. And then on National League, your starter, Sean Murphy, Atlanta. Freddie Freeman, L.A., Dodgers. Second baseman, Luis Arias from the Miami Marlins, who's having an excellent year. Third baseman, Nolan Arenado, St. Louis. Shortstop, Orlando Arcia from Atlanta. Ronald Acuna, your three outfielders are Ronald Acuna, Atlanta. Mookie Betts, L.A. Dodgers. And Corbin Carroll, the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's having a great year as well. And your DH is J.D. Martinez from the Dodgers. And in your reserves, Will Smith, catcher from the Dodgers. Elias Diaz, Colorado. Your infielders are Matt Olson from Atlanta. Ozzie Albiz from Atlanta. Austin Riley from Atlanta. Dansby Swanson, who's not going to play for the Cubs. Pete Alonso. Gerardo Perdomo from the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's also been named the replacement. Lourdes Gurriel from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Nick Castellanos. Juan Soto. And then Jorge Soler, former Cub, is a DH for the Miami Marlins, who's having a pretty good year as well for them. And then your pitchers, we have Zach Gallen, who's been named the All-Star Game starter for the National League. Spencer Strider, who I believe is leading the National League in strikeouts right now. Bryce Elder from the Atlanta Braves. Justin Steele from the Cubs. Mitch Keller from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Josiah Gray from the Washington Nationals. Clayton Kershaw. Marcus Stroman from the Cubs, who's not going to play. Clayton Kershaw is not going to play. Kadai Sengai from the Mets, replacement. Alex Cobb from the Giants, replacement. Corbin Burns from Milwaukee, replacement, another replacement. And then your relievers are Alexis Diaz from the Cincinnati Reds, Josh Hader from the San Diego Padres, Devin Williams from the Milwaukee Brewers, who has elected not to play, Camilo Doval from the San Francisco Giants, David Bednar, Pittsburgh Pirates, who's been named the replacement, Craig Kimbrell from the Philadelphia Phillies, who's been named the replacement. Looking at the roster, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you this right now. In my opinion, just looking down at the whole roster, just looking down at the roster, look at the names who are probably not going to play here. No, Julio Rodriguez got a bat. Let's look at it on the American League side. Yordan Alvarez not going to play. They're going to miss that bat. Mike Trout, they're going to miss that bat. Aaron Judge, they're going to miss that bat. I was looking at the reserves. Look at the starters. Aaron Trout, they're going to miss that bat. Aaron Judge, they're going to miss that bat. But they'll be able to probably put in Luis Robert, and they'll probably put in like Yordan Alvarez or somebody. Maybe Julio Rodriguez will start in Aaron Judge's place. But there's some pop there in the American League. There's a lot of pop. I mean, there's a lot of pop. There's a lot of pop in the American League. I'd say there's a lot of pop in the American League. When I look at like all around solid hitters, man, Luis Arias, Freddie Freeman, Sean Murphy, Nolan Arenado, all of them, Ronald Acuna, Mookie Betts. I mean, the National League is stacked when it comes to the starters. When it comes to the starters, man, the National League is stacked. Corey Seager's having a great year too as well on the American League side. But when it comes to the starters in the National League, man, they're stacked. When it comes to starting pitching, I'm going, Garrett Cole over Zach Gallen, but I like the way Zach Gallen's been playing pitching this year. Obviously, I love Spencer Strider. I've been talking about him all season. I believe he's leading the league in strikeouts right now. If I had to give a man, this is a close one. I'm going National League, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going National League. I think the National League has enough. I think they got more offense. I think they got more speed on the bases. When it comes to the National League, I think the National League has more pop. And I also think that when it comes down to it, the pitching in the game really, is kind of wishy-washy in the All-Star games. But when it comes down to it, I think, Josh Hader, Craig Kimbrell, Alexis Diaz from the Reds. I mean, those guys can shut it down. When I'm looking at, the pitching, Spencer Strider, Mitch Keller, Clayton, Clayton Kershaw and Marcus Stroman aren't playing. Alex Cobbs, Corbin Burns. If I had to give a edge in pitching, it's going towards the American League. Shohei is going to be there. Garrett Cole, Luis Castillo, Sonny Gray, Nathan Eovaldi, Kevin Gauss. I mean, right there. Shane McClanahan, Fran Bravo. I mean, bro, come on. Kenley Jansen closing the show. Felix Bautista, Carlos Estevez closing the show. I mean, I got to give the pitching towards the American League. But I think when it comes down to it, I think the National League has more offense in their lineup this season. So I think the National League gets it done against the American League this year in the 93rd Major League Baseball All-Star Game. Please, everybody, go ahead, drop your comments, drop your predictions in the comment section. I told you guys that this would be a quick and easy show because I want to watch the Derby myself, ladies and gentlemen. But for everybody that showed up and watched the show, and I still have 6, 8, I had up to 30 people watching me, son. I'm right here. I'm a one-man band. Hey, I appreciate you guys for watching Rounding the Bases here with me today. Like I said, please drop your home run derby champions for today here in the comment section, and please drop your All-Star Game winners in the comment section here today, ladies and gentlemen. But like I said, this has been a wrap. Please like, share, and subscribe to the podcast here at Prime Sports World at Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and you can catch me and David on our Twitter handles at Israel_PSW, David_PSW. And in case you missed this live feed, ladies and gentlemen, on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, you can catch us on all streaming platforms where podcasts can be heard. That's Apple Podcasts, Samsung Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Spotify, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, this has been a wrap. We will come back tomorrow, maybe with some more NBA stuff. So stay tuned with Prime Sports World, bringing you all the most up-to-date content here on social media, because nobody goes live more than us and brings you the most up-to-date, hot topic content here in the sporting world. And that's Prime Sports World, keeping it locked in, bringing you the heat 24/7, ladies and gentlemen. And as you all know, when I like to sign off, man, in case I miss you, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, ladies and gentlemen. Sayonara, suckers.